നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ഉള്ളത് ഉത്തരാഖണ്ഡിലെ ടാറ്റയുടെ പന്ത്നഗർ പ്ലാന്റിനാണുള്ളത്. ഈ കുറച്ചുകൂടി ഒരു വലിയ ഫെസിലിറ്റിയാണ് നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ കണ്ടതിൽ നിന്ന്. നമ്മളിവിടെ വന്നത് ടാറ്റയുടെ ഏറ്റവും പുതിയ എയ്സ് EV, അതായത് EV1000 പരിചയപ്പെടുക എന്നുള്ള ഉദ്ദേശത്തിൻ്റെ പുറത്താണ്. ആ ഒരു വീഡിയോ നമ്മൾ പോസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ആ സമയത്ത് നമ്മൾ വീഡിയോയിൽ പങ്കുവച്ച ചില സംശയങ്ങളുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എങ്ങനെയാണ് 1000 kg മാറ്റിയത്, അതിന് പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ചേഞ്ചുകൾ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് വരുത്തിയത്, ഇത് എന്തൊക്കെ ഫെസിലിറ്റിയാണ് ടാറ്റ ഒരുക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്, ഇതുമായി ഈ ലോഞ്ചുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് തുടങ്ങിയ ഒരുപാട് സംശയങ്ങൾ നമ്മുടെ മനസ്സിലുണ്ട്. ആ സംശയങ്ങൾക്കെല്ലാം ഉത്തരം നൽകാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ടാറ്റ മോട്ടോഴ്സിൻ്റെ കൊമേഴ്ഷ്യൽ സെഗ്മെൻറ്റിൽ, അതായത് ലൈറ്റ് കൊമേഴ്ഷ്യൽ സെഗ്മെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ ഹെഡ് Vinay Pathak sir നമ്മുടെ കൂടെയുണ്ട്. വെൽക്കം ടു അവർ ചാനൽ.
താങ്ക് യു ഫോർ ഹാവിംഗ് മീ.
അദ്ദേഹം ഇംഗ്ലീഷിലാണ് നമ്മൾ സംസാരിക്കുന്നത്, എല്ലാവർക്കും മനസ്സിലാവും എന്ന് തന്നെയാണ് വിചാരിക്കുന്നത്. സാർ, ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓൾ there is a big congratulations to Tata Motors, because
thank you.
Tata Motors is only one brand we can talk about 4 engines, right? Electric, CNG, petrol and diesel.
Yes.
Even in commercial segment.
Even in commercial.
Yeah, that is one of the beautiful things.
Yes.
And also it's an Indian brand. Everybody is proud of that one. So one of my question is, we have seen this EV1000 and it's really beautiful.
Thank you.
And there is a higher payload capacity also. So my question is, what are the significant changes you built to change the 680 kilo payload to 1000 kilo?
Yeah. When we launched the ACV, we launched it at 600 kgs.
Yes.
And the customers, when they used it, they loved it, because the vehicle experience, the economics and everything was fantastic for them.
No vibration.
No vibration. Drivers also loved it. There's no clutch, there's nothing. So the driving was also very pleasurable.
True.
But the customers wanted more.
Exactly.
And we heard them, and we understood from them why they wanted it more. And they said, we want the payload to increase to 1 ton. And we said, why? So they said there are many applications, like in FMCG, beverages, milk. Like this, there are many applications where they needed 1 ton payload kind of a capacity.
Okay.
And we went back to our drawing board, because we realized that what we had optimized at 600 kgs as a performance, which is what the customers were really loving, we had to deliver more than that on the 1 ton. Otherwise, the value creation to the customer will not be there. So today there are 3 technologies on an electric vehicle. There's a chemical technology, which sits in the battery. There's a mechanical technology, which is the traditional vehicle architecture. And then there's a software which actually optimizes everything and enhances the performance of the vehicle. So we worked on all the 3. As far as 1 ton is concerned, the battery has been made more, responsive to 1 ton payload. The mechanics of the vehicle, because the braking, when you are carrying more load, the drivability of the vehicle, the braking of the vehicle also becomes a concern. So all that has been built into the 1 ton. And then today we have data for 1.8 crore kilometers of ACV what we sold. And because this vehicle has telematics, today we have all that data, and we understand the performance and the use of the vehicle much better. So we have used that data to optimize the software. So everything put together, we have brought out the 1 ton.
That is the main changes in the 3 segments.
Yes, chemical technology, mechanical technology, and the software.
Oh, that's great. So in between, in your talk, you mentioned about the FMCG segment and milk.
Yes.
So in your opinion, what are the main area that focusing EV1000?
So see, today if you look at the distribution network that we have in FMCG, the distance that they typically travel, in our understanding, is 120 to 130 kilometers, and they carry around a ton of load, right? Then you look at the beverages, which is the Cokes and the Pepsis of the world, and their distribution model. If you look at milk, which is, and India is the largest milk producing country in the world, right?
True. Yeah.
So there is a lot of raw milk collection which happens and goes to the chilling plant.
Every village.
Every village. So the use of this kind of a vehicle in those kind of application will really create a lot of value for the customer.
And also in case of the customer perspectives, it's very profitable, no?
Yes.
Because even 600 and 1000 kilometer, the cost of usage is 1.
So I'll give you a use case.
Yeah.
The range is 150 kilometers.
Yeah.
In a normal vehicle, the cost of running per kilometer is 6 rupees.
True.
In the case of EV, it is 1 rupee.
Yeah.
So 5 rupees multiplied by 150. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is 750 rupees every day.
Yeah. In case this only 150.
Yes. And then if you are running 25 days in a month also, then imagine the kind of money that you're making.
This is also a business now.
That is a business.
People can rent it out.
Yes.
So in EV segment, even it's a passenger vehicle or commercial vehicle, people are worried about the charging facilities. So everybody know Tata Motors is a big player in this segment, especially in EV. So what are the main changes you guys are planning in this charging infrastructure?
So let me put it this way, that the 150 kilometer range that the ACV is delivering, both in 600 kg and what this will deliver, is more or less sufficient for the customers on a daily cycle. And based on the data that we have seen over last 1 year, very few customers have actually used charging infrastructure. Okay, because they are getting such a good range with just one overnight charge that they don't need but nevertheless, this is a psychological thing in the minds of the customer. It is a fear that if something happens to my vehicle, if the battery drains out, what do I do? So for that, we actually worked very closely with Tata Power, which is our group company, and also with many other charging infrastructure companies. And till March end, we had almost 500 fast chargers installed across the country.
Oh, great.
And we are continuing to put our efforts on that, and that number will keep going up only as we supply more and more ACVs into the market.
Oh, great, great. So I have a last question. It's also from the customer perspectives. Government are planning to give some discounts, right, for the EV owners. Do you have any quote on that one?
So see, till March 31st, the government's incentive scheme to the customer of FAME 2, what was called FAME 2, was applicable. The government has already worked on FAME 3, and we are very hopeful that once the new government gets installed post the elections, the FAME 3 will get operationalized, and that incentive will continue to be there for the customers. The reason why that incentive is required in the initial period is because there is a fear, there is a hesitancy to migrate to the new technology.
New technology, yes.
So it incentivizes the customer behavior, and it really helps in adoption of the new technology, which is environmental friendly, sustainable, and really helps the nation going forward.
Truly. So with connection that, what is the next plan for Tata Motors to this segment?
So see, as Tata Group, we are committed to a net zero target.
Okay.
In the future. As Tata Motors, as part of Tata Group, we are also committed to net zero.
Yeah.
So, of course, we have made our plans how to achieve that net zero, and EVs form a formidable part of that action plan.
Okay.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. And as everybody know, Tata Motors is one of the leading brand in this segment, even in passenger vehicle, and it's very committed to our nation.
Yes.
We expected to continuing that in the future also.
Sure.
Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
സോ ഇത്ര നേരം നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നായിരുന്നത് ഈ വാഹനത്തെക്കുറിച്ച് നമുക്ക് തോന്നിയ സംശയങ്ങളും കസ്റ്റമർ പ്രോസ്പെക്റ്റീവിൽ എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കും ഇതും എന്നുള്ളതിനെക്കുറിച്ചാണ്. അദ്ദേഹം മെൻഷൻ ചെയ്തതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഫ്യൂച്ചറിലും ഒരുപാട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യുമെന്നും നമ്മുടെ സംശയങ്ങളും ഒക്കെ ഇപ്പോൾ ഏകദേശം ക്ലിയർ ആയിട്ടുണ്ടാവും, നിങ്ങൾക്കും അങ്ങനെ ക്ലിയർ ആയിട്ടുണ്ടാവും എന്ന് തന്നെയാണ് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ മറ്റൊരു വീഡിയോയിൽ മറ്റൊരു വിശേഷമായിട്ട് കാണാം. അതുവരെ ചെറിയൊരു ബ്രേക്ക്.